Hey, Alex, there'll be audio. We'll be live on the radio and on YouTube here at the same time.
Just like a
Hey, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to Lubbock, Texas, where the area championship round between the Canadian Lady Cats and the Alpine Lady Bucks is set to take place. Lady Bucks, a first place finisher in their district, while Canadian coming out of their district as a 4 seed. A whole lot of underclassmen towards the top of the order for the Canadian Lady Cats, while the Lady Bucks have a few underclassmen of their own in the lineup. Lady Bucks coming out as they announce the names of the home team here today on the third base side, while the Lady Cats in their black uniforms stand in front of their dugout on the first base side. Again, area championship action coming here in a moment after we sent to a quick break at Big Bend Radio.
In today's connected world, digital wellness matters. It's about staying safe online, finding balance at home, and having peace of mind with the technology you use every day. At BBT, we believe your internet should work for you. That's why we offer smart tools that help protect your network, manage screen time, and give you control, all backed by local support you can trust. Because healthy connections build stronger communities. Call 800-592-4781 or visit bigbend.com today.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn and Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn and Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, just a reminder, a special thanks to our patrons back in Alpine who made this broadcast possible. Napa, Big Bend Regional Medical Center, and McCoy's all help sponsoring these playoff broadcasts, including the Alpine Fighting Buck broadcast taking place right now out in Kermit, Texas, as the Fighting Bucks take on Coahoma in the Bi-District Championship round. Again, the fourth place finishing Canadian went 2-0 in their first round of the playoffs. They took down Slayton in extra innings in both matchups, while the Lady Bucks went 2-0 against La Mesa, the team that took them out in the playoffs last year in 2 games. It was 2 dominant victories for the Lady Bucks, 11-1 and 5-1 in Game 2. Everybody standing here for the national anthem, including the Canadian student section. They're painted up with Canadian across the chest as both teams have brought out a number of folks for this long road trip and a long distance matchup between the two ball clubs. Canadian coming up from, I guess they call it the panhandle of Texas, even though it looks more like a chimney. And Alpine coming from far west Texas, located in the Big Bend region, just north of Big Bend National Park and east of El Paso. Again, the area championship round here in a moment. We'll go over the lineups real quick. 1 through 9 for the Lady Bucks. I was able to write it down before we got the scorecard up in the booth. Zariah Galvan bats in the 1 spot. The catcher on the day and the longtime catcher for the Lady Bucks, a junior. Taryn Harden, another junior out in center field. She's quick, and she'll be the backup pitching option for the Lady Bucks if Cody Hawkins doesn't go the whole ball game, batting in the 3 spot. Again, Cody, the starting pitcher, she's a UTPB commit. So University of Texas Permian Basin out in Odessa. That's a Division II program in the Lone Star Conference, while her sister, the sophomore Casey Hawkins, bats 4th in the order. She's at third base with Emiliana Hernandez batting 5th. She's in left. Emily Sweet, the senior shortstop, bats 6th in the order. Elena Gutierrez out in right, bats 7th. Lacey Tarango, the second baseman, bats 8th. And Reina Martinez, the only freshman in the lineup for the Lady Bucks, will play the first base position on the day. While we look at Canadian, again, I hinted at it. a whole bunch of underclassmen towards the top of the order for Canadian. In fact, you have to get to the 5 spot to find, or the 6 hole to find an upperclassman. Callie Flowers will lead things off. She's the shortstop on the day and a true freshman, with Madeline Longoria batting second, the starting pitcher on the day and a sophomore. Lauren Woodrum will bat third. She's the catcher. Ivana Hernandez, the second baseman, bats fourth. Macy Davis batting fifth, a sophomore and a designated player. Janet Garcia batting sixth. She's at first base, with Kendall Bell batting seventh in left field. Paisley Billings batting eighth at third base. Cheyenne Blair batting ninth in center. And a defensive specialist in Landry Appel will bat. Or no, I'm sorry, she won't bat. She'll play right field for Canadian on the day. We're all set to get things going. Again, Zariah stepping into the box, and the pitcher, Madeline Longoria, stepping into the look-back circle. Sophomore in the circle and a junior in the batter's box. It's 9 righties in the lineup for the Lady Bucks, so we set the camera up over on the right side to get a better angle. I'm guessing we'll have a whole bunch of righties for Canadian. I do see a left-handed first baseman, which will probably be the only lefty in the ball game as this misses low. Our count 1-0 to start things off. It'll be Coach Mark Miranda standing by the first base bag calling pitches for Alpine as this is lifted high into the air but foul and back behind the visiting dugout on the on the first base side for the Canadian Lady Cats. Again, Coach Mark Miranda calls pitches. He's standing over there. Our head coach, Chris Verdell, has been the head coach for this program for a long time. It was 2 years ago where we were bounced by a team in the same district as Canadian, the River Road, I think the Wildcats, another Cat team out of the district, were able to take down the Lady Bucks. Their starting pitcher in that ball game is now at West Texas A&M as the 1-1 comes and is fouled back by Zariah. 1-2. I think that girl's name, Ava Sharp, the starter for River Road, now a freshman at West Texas A&M, who were the number 1 team at the Division II level throughout this season. They're probably eyeing a playoff run as we speak. Again, a 1-2 count. As Zariah takes the soft pitch out to right field, it'll ricochet off the right fielder. Zariah with the brakes around the first base bag and a leadoff single. A hard hit ball towards the second base side. Zariah had plenty of hard hit balls against Lamesa. Plenty of them found the glove, and this one, again, finds the turf out in shallow right. An all-turf facility here at the brand new Liberty High School in the Lubbock Cooper school system. Looks like a spaceship out in left field and a really nice college-level complex for everybody else. Taryn Harden steps in now. Again, a leadoff single for Zariah and a leadoff strike in the at-bat for Taryn and Madeline Longoria. Taryn just a junior as well. Takes the 0-1 on the outside for a strike. It's 0-2. Taryn was the Alpine Lady Buck volleyball player of the season this year as an outside hitter. The 0-2. Foul ball sent back into the backstop. Not a lot of foul territory back behind the plate. And even keel amount of foul territory heading into each corner. Again, it doesn't taper off. It's about exactly 15 feet of foul territory, not just to the left side of the batter's box, but all the way into the left field corner and the same down right as Taryn fouls this off. Still an 0-2 count, 4 pitches into the at-bat. Alpine scored 4 runs in the top of the first against Lamesa in Game 1 and never looked back. Lamesa would go on to score 2 runs total in the series, 1 in each ball game. As the Lady Bucks are trying to make some noise for Taryn Harden. Cody Hawkins, the UTPB commit on deck with Casey in the hole. As Taryn fouls this off. Still the count 0-2. If you're a Lady Buck fan, you like to see Taryn battling here early on, trying to raise the pitch count of Madeline Longoria. Now a 5-pitch at bat. And another 0-2. This one sent out to shallow right. It'll get down for a base hit. Zariah rounding second, heading into third. Taryn the stop at first. And Zariah now heading down the line. Taryn heading to second. There's nobody there. I think we're going to get an obstruction call. And Zariah might be safe at home. She went to round around that third base bag, ran into the third baseman. And that'll be the call. Canadians head coach doesn't like the call. Again, Zariah spied the third baseman standing on that line, took the aggressive line around the bag, got the call, knew she was going to get the call, and the Lady Bucks lead 1-0 after the RBI single off the bat of Taryn Harden. This Lady Buck team is defined by their aggressive base running. And really, that's a big statement early on. Now, the fastest runner on the ball club in scoring position with nobody out. As the umpires will talk about the situation, again, after Canadians head coach gave them, let's say, an earful. That's Bo Burnett. Their assistant coach, Barbara Burnett. A couple of double Bs as they will confirm Zariah Galvan is safe at home. She drew the obstruction call, and Taryn Harden stands in scoring position with nobody out. Again, if you're tuning in here, trying to find Alpine Fighting Buck Baseball, we've got that at our second channel. I dropped the link in the chat here on YouTube as the 3-hole steps in Cody Hawkins. It's a 1-game series, by the way. I'm sure everybody watching is aware as this drops in for a strike, but the coaching staff can pick either between a 3-game set and a 1-game set. I think with star testing going on, track meets going on, these coaches agreed on the 1-game series, so winner takes all today as Cody takes a strike on the outside. It's 0-2. The Hawk with a swing and a miss on the 0-2 count. 3 pitches and a strikeout as Madeline settles back in. Unfazed by the tricky base running of the Lady Bucks a moment ago. Casey Hawkins now. Takes this well away. The Hawk, 2. A sophomore and the younger sister of Cody. The little brother here is here today, Trevor Hawkins. As he always is, he's waving a flag around somewhere in the stands. The 1-0. Strike found on the outside, now 1-1. Canadian in their all blacks. It's black jerseys, black pants with gold striping down the socks and on the shoulders as the 1-1 comes the way of the Hawk. 2 and misses away. 2-1. Swing and a miss on the off speed. 2-2 the count. Wind blowing slightly in from right. Maybe about 5 with 10-mile-per-hour gust here in Lubbock. Kind of cool weather as we drove in. A cold front bringing in the stormy weather that we're expecting over the next 2 days. It's probably about 50 degrees as this drops low. Filling it up at 3-2. On deck, Emiliana Hernandez, then Emily Sweet in the hole. And we're live on Big Bend Radio, 98.7 FM locally back in Alpine. And on YouTube as the 3-2 misses well high. Ball 4 and a walk drawn by the Lady Bucks here in the top of the first. Again, 1-0 after Zariah went over to third on the single off the bat of Taryn Harden, rounded around that base pass, ran into the third baseman on the line, and drew the obstruction call for the free bag as the Lady Bucks took that 1-0 lead. Defensively, again, here's the look for Canadian. It's Madeline Longoria in the circle, Lauren Woodrum, the catcher, and her battery partner. Over at first, Janet Garcia with Ivana Hernandez at second base. Bunt shown by Emiliana. It misses the barrel. Well, she'll pull it away. It finds the zone for a strike, and the Lady Bucks each advance. Stolen bags for Taryn Harden and Casey Hawkins, now 2 in scoring position in an 0-1 count. To continue, though, the shortstop is Callie Flowers. Over at third, Paisley Billings. And from left to right in the outfield, Kendall Bell, Cheyenne Blair, and Landry Appel. Oh, 1. Emmy unable to get the barrel on the ball with the bunt attempt that time, and it's 0-2. Lady Bucks looking for the safety squeeze with the quick Harden at third. You know, when I pulled into the parking lot today, I saw a truck with a Slayton sticker on the back, and I was awfully confused. As the 0-2 comes, a swing and a miss, and Emiliana is retired on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Madeline, and a chance to get out of it with just a little bit of damage after the 1 run scored. A big at-bat here for the senior Emily Sweet with 2 in scoring position. She'll take it outside. 1-0. On deck, Elena Gutierrez. The 1-0. Strike call and on the outside. Now 1-1. Both teams, both parents came in, set up the stands to make it feel like a home environment. Canadian with their flags everywhere. Lady Bucks with flags and their banners as the 1-1 comes to Emily Sweet. She'll swing and miss at the inside pitch. 1-2. Emily Sweet, a high fly ball. It's in foul territory and just away from the Canadian Lady Cats. The shortstop and third baseman were the closest, with the left fielder closing in as well. And again, it sails foul. 1-2. As Emily steps back in. Another foul ball, still 1-2 the count. 13 minutes deep into this top of the first. Another reminder, if you're listening on the radio back home or on YouTube, is you can go to the Fighting Buck baseball game as the 1-2 comes high and away to Sweet. 2-2 as they play Coahoma and Kermit. Game 1 today, game 2 and 3 on Saturday. We've got Barry Young on the call, the Alpine Fighting Buck baseball freshman, broadcasting that one. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Madeline Longoria has 3 strikeouts in the inning. The Lady Bucks score 1, and we'll be back in a minute here at Big Bend Radio out of Lubbock, Texas.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
We know not to judge a book by its cover, and we should read every book cover to cover. If you sneeze, we know to cover your nose. When exposed, you know to cover up. There will be times to take cover or cover bases along with covering your cough. No one wants to blow their cover. But when it comes to insurance, we want to make sure you're properly covered. At Callie Reed Insurance, we make sure your is covered. Call or come by. Callie Reed Insurance. We've got you covered.
At your local McCoys, they make purchasing materials for your do-it-yourself or large construction project as easy as possible. You choose between buying online or in the store, either picking it up in the store or having it delivered to the job site. At McCoys, they know your time is valuable, and their pros will make sure that your materials arrive at your home or job site on time so that you can get the job done and get on to the next one. McCoys, let's build something. Proud sponsors of Alpine ISD Sports.
We'll see a slew of underclassmen here for Canadian. Callie Flowers, Madeline Longoria, and Lauren Woodrum at the minimum here in the bottom of the first. With Cody Hawkins in the circle, she'll be primarily playing third base at UTPB. Been an everyday pitcher for the Lady Bucks for a number of seasons as Callie fouls this one off just a bit late. On the fastball down Broadway, 0-1. Lady Bucks defensively, again, it's Cody, the Hawk. Hawkins in the circle. Zariah, the catcher. It's Reina Martinez, a freshman at first, with Lacey Tarango at second base as Cody gets a foul ball that catches Zariah on the knee, and she'll shake it off. Emily Sweet, the senior shortstop, with Casey Hawkins at third. Casey, the Hawk, 2. Hawkins at third. And from left to right in the outfield, Emiliana Hernandez, Taryn Harden, and Alina Gutierrez. No defensive specialist for the Lady Buck crew as, again, Zariah's trying to shake this one off. Looked like it caught her in the abdomen. It's a tough kid. It's probably the first time I've ever seen her shaken up by a foul ball. And I've been at these ball games for 3 years, so has Zariah Galvan behind the plate. The Lady Bucks went undefeated in district play this year. They went undefeated in district play last year and the year before that. In a relatively weak district, it's a really strong district for Canadians. So a 4 seed out of that district and 1 seed out of this district is not necessarily a shoe-in for the final result as this misses low and away. Cody with a couple of chase pitches ahead 0-2. Seemed like a couple of challenge fastballs early on to the freshman. Here's the 1-2. High chopper up the middle, and it'll be a base hit for Callie Flowers. Just sent it right over the head of the Hawk. And Madeline Longoria steps in. Couple of righties. Again, I think the only lefty, at least with the glove, was Janet Garcia, the first baseman. As the first pitch in the at-bat misses high, 1-0. Cody looks to Mark Miranda in the dugout for the call. Sets and fires. The 1-0 pitch, a swing and a miss. 1-1 with nobody out, and Callie Flowers at the first base bag here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, it's 1-0 Alpine. Canadians been playing close ball games for a minute now. Win extras in both of their playoff games as the bunt squeaks on past Casey. Cody picks it up, runs over to the third base bag in case Canadian was trying to grab an extra there. And it bunt single for the two-spot. Madeline Longoria has runners at first and second for Canadian. Casey's so good at reading when the bunt's coming and attacking up the line, and they were just able to place the bunt right past the third baseman. On this turf infield where the ball will roll a little bit faster today as the three-spot steps in, Lauren Woodrum. Up high, 1-0 the count. Canadian dugout bringing the energy right now. Their synchronized chant. A little bit tense here in the bottom of the first in the Alpine dugout as this bunt's popped up and just out of reach of Zariah. She dives after it, collides with the knee of Casey attacking. She's got headgear on. I don't think the catcher's headgear is designed to take direct contact like a football helmet, and she's going to have to shake that one off. Now 1-1 the count for the 3-hole. Again, the high launch angle off the barrel on the bunt, and the Ladybucks very close to capitalizing, but fail to do so, and it's a 1-1 count. Nobody out. Runners at first and second base as the Hawk sets, fires, and gets the swing and the miss. Now 1-2. Lacey Tarango ready for that check back at the second base bag. Zariah quick from that catcher position. Now ground ball to Casey. She collects, fires across, not in time for the double play, but the fielder's choice will grab the lead base runner as Lauren Woodrum, the freshman 3-hole, grounds out. Now another freshman, Ivana Hernandez, steps in. Man, 1 through 4, all freshmen and sophomore. This is going to be a scary lineup come their upperclassmen years. We're yet to see the seniors, just 2 seniors in the lineup for Canadian on the day, Janet Garcia and Cheyenne Blair, with 1 junior batting. No junior batting. The only junior is out and right, playing as a defensive specialist as this first pitch misses. 1-0 to Ivana Hernandez. Cody's last outing in the circle was game 1 against La Mesa. She gave up 1 run, 1 walk, and 3 hits in that ball game. The 1-0. Strike found. Now 1-1 the count. It'll be really interesting to see the tail end of this Canadian order the first time around as Zariah pump fakes all around the diamond as this misses away 2-1. It's really, really tough to build a solid 1 through 9 here at the 3A level. About 50 kids in a graduating class at Alpine High School, a town of 5,000 people. The 2-1 popped over the top and towards the press box, 2-2. Alpine has one of the bigger towns for a 3A high school, and one of the smaller high school sizes, just about 2 kids above that cutoff from being 2A. We are expecting to move to 2A this next year, and they moved the cutoff down in school population size, so we just missed out as the 2-2 comes and misses high. Now a 3-2 count with runners at first and second, 1 away. Cody rocks and fires, missing just high. Bases loaded now for the Lady Cats. This is the 5-hole and sophomore designated player, Macy Davis. Verdell will forego the conversation as the rocket pop bat toting Macy Davis steps in. Red, white, and blue on the barrel. Cody, the first pitch to Davis. Misses just high and away, 1-0. I think we're going to get to about the third or fourth inning before nerves aren't playing a factor in this game, as this is grounded through the left side of the infield to Emiliana in left. She sends the throw home as they put up the stop sign at third. One will come in to score on the RBI single to tie things up at 1 for Macy Davis. Now Janet Garcia, the lone lefty with the bases loaded. Cody looking to the dugout. As the fastball finds the zone on the outside to the lefty. 0-1. On deck, Kendall Bell in the hole, Paisley Billings. The 0-1. Low and away. As Janet checks her swing. Infield cheating up. Here's the 1-1. Low and away again. I felt like the first pitch of the at-bat, called strike 1, was a bit outside. The Lady Bucks have attacked back in that spot a couple more times, not getting the call the next 2 times. Here's the 2-1. Low and away again. Ball 3. Infield still cheating in. A 3-1 pitch with the bases loaded. A swing and a miss. 3-2. We have had a 30-minute first inning, and it is not over just yet. 1 out, a 3-2 count here in the bottom of the first. We're tied up at 1 as Cody sets and fires. Getting this to pop up on the infield. Casey attacking. It flips out of her glove. She'll scoop it up to Zariah in time. Almost a catastrophe, but Casey able to get after it, flip it directly from the glove to the bare hand of Zariah as she stepped on home plate for the force out in the fielder's choice in the lead runner. Lady Bucks assisted really by the fact the ball was popped up with the runner staying put at third, trying to hold up before Casey dropped it. Well, it was really out of her range. She was running forward, trying to scoop it up with the tip of her glove, and there's 2 away. Kendall Bell now, the left fielder. Takes it well inside. We've seen a bunch of those from Cody early here. Looks like it has a little bit of arm side run for the righty. I'd call it a 2-seam. It does seem like it has her fastball velocity, but I don't think a 2-seam is a thing in softball. The 1-0. Misses just high. 2-0. Ladybucks have backed up here now with 2 outs. As the 2-0 forces a swing and a miss at the low pitch. Again, the sophomore Kendall Bell in the box right now. Here's the 2-1 from the Hawk. Another swing and a miss as she attacks low. Cody, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. A strikeout will strand 3 for Canadian. We're tied up at 1 heading into the second inning in what's already been a dramatic start here in the area championship round. We'll be back in a moment here at Big Bend Radio.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
¿Le gusta la programación de televisión en español? Entonces Big Canyon TV y Dish tienen justo lo que necesita. Los paquetes comienzan en tan solo $74.99 al mes con Dish Latino Clásico, incluyendo todos sus programas favoritos, todas sus telenovelas preferidas y los canales locales de Odessa. La instalación es gratuita y si llama a nuestra oficina local al 837-7484, un técnico que reside en la ciudad acudirá para instalar su nuevo servicio y mantener su sistema funcionando. Llame hoy a sus amigos de Big Canyon TV al 837-7484 para aprovechar nuestra programación en español.
Hey Alpine fans, when it comes to keeping your vehicle running strong, there's only one place to go, your hometown Napa Auto Parts in Alpine. From batteries and brakes to tools and accessories, they've got everything you need to stay on the road and in the game. Stop by and see their friendly team today because just like our Fightin' Buck athletes, they bring performance you can count on. Swing by your locally owned and family operated Napa Auto Parts in Alpine and get the good stuff.
Never know how.
Again, winner takes all today as Elena Gutierrez steps in a 1-game series. First pitch bounces in the dirt at the front side of the batter's box. Elena taking it 1-0. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Lady Bucks. Elena Gutierrez, Lacey Tarango, and Reina Martinez, with Madeline Longoria taking her place in the circle. It was the Lady Bucks starting off 2 for 2. This misses low and inside, 2-0. Zariah Galvan singled in the first. Taryn Harden followed that up with a single. Zariah scored on that single, moving from first to third, then running into the third baseman on an obstruction call. The only other base runner as this finds the zone on the outside for a strike was Casey Hawkins, the 4-hole. She got aboard via a walk, 3 strikeouts, all swinging against 3, 5, and 6. Here's the 2-1. Elena fouls it off, 2-2. Head coach Chris Verdell gives a word to Gutierrez in the box. The 2-2. Gutierrez pops it back towards the backstop foul. We'll reset with another 2-2 coming her way. Swing and a miss. Now 4 Ks in 3 in a row for Longoria. They're holding up 250 strikeout sign in the crowd as there's a swing and a miss for Lacey. That might be our 250 strikeout just a moment ago. As the 0-1 is fouled back by Tarango. 0-2. The second baseman shifting out to shallow right. Against the 8-hole as Lacey swings and misses. She's retired on strikes. Makes that 4 in a row now for Longoria. Now the 9-hole. A true freshman, Reina Martinez. They're hanging up the banner for the 250. I think that it's official. I think that strikeout 2 at-bats ago against Elena Gutierrez was the 250th either of the season or career of Longoria. She's a sophomore. It's probably a career total. As this finds the zone for a strike, it's 0-1 to the 9-hole. Folks in the Canadian ponchos. The 0-1. Misses down low. 1-1 the count. I wish I had a purple and gold poncho. Foul ball now from Martinez. With 2 away, it's a 1-2 count. 8 and 9. Then back to the top of the order, due up in the second for Canadian. As Reina swings and misses, we're headed to the bottom of the second. Tied up at 1 here in Lubbock, Texas.
When was the last time you checked in on your health? For many men, work, family, and everyday life comes first, and routine care gets pushed aside. But staying healthy starts with a relationship you can count on, a trusted primary care provider. The team at Big Bend Regional Health Clinic helps men stay ahead of the issues that matter most. From blood sugar management and heart health to routine screenings and sick care. Take charge of your health. Convenient online scheduling is available at bigbendanytime.com.
Lowe's Market traces its history to E.M. Bud Lowe, who sold candy and sundries from the back of his truck in Littlefield, Texas in the 1940s. In 1964, Bob opened the first Lowe's Market, a small grocery store in Olton, Texas. Since then, Lowe's has expanded into small and medium-sized towns and cities throughout Texas and New Mexico. When Lowe's makes an investment in a community, they also make a commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery store.
Give your plants the best with Miracle Grow products, specially priced with instant rebates at Morrison True Value Gardens. Get your choice of Miracle Grow Organic All-Purpose Plant Food or Miracle Grow Water-Soluble All-Purpose Plant Food. 3 pounds for $5.49. You save from $5 to $8 per bag. Then there's Miracle Grow Garden Soil for flowers or vegetables. Your choice in the 1.5 cubic foot bag, regularly $11.99, now $7.50 at Morrison True Value Gardens in Alpine.
Again, I mentioned it earlier. I think the top of the order, or I'm sorry, the bottom half of the order will have a lot to say in today's ball game. The Lady Bucks went 0 for 3 in the 7, 8, and 9 holes. We got 8, 9, and 1 due up for Canadian as Cody is ready to deliver to the 8 spot. Paisley Billings, then Cheyenne Blair, then back to Callie Flowers. Again, a huge shout out to our local community sponsors who made this UIL broadcast possible. Napa, Big Bend Regional Medical Center, and McCoy's. As the first pitch is fouled off, 0-1 the count. That one sent high into the air over the first base dugout. Also going on live, we paid the price, and those same sponsors paid the price to enable us to broadcast Alpine Fighting Buck baseball. They're in Kermit, Texas, playing Kahoma in Game 1 of their 3-game series, with Game 2 and maybe 3 due up on Saturday. The 0-1. Another foul ball. 8 spot was late, but able to find the barrel on both pitches she's seen in this at-bat. Here's the 0-2. And on the hands, popped high into the air. That heads foul and into the student section where they dropped the ball. Missed the opportunity for the banana ball out. The Canadians painted up in the stands today. The 0-2. Well, the way Zariah has to get up and get after it as the count moves to 1-2. Another high and away pitch, 2-2. Again, we're at Liberty High School in the Lubbock Cooper School District. Half the parents pulled up to the Lubbock Cooper Pirates High School as the 2-2 comes and finds the zone at the knees for strike 3. Cody Hawkins has 2 strikeouts in a row, 2 in the ball game. And 1 away here in the bottom of the second as the 9-hole steps in. The lone other senior in the lineup, Cheyenne Blair, with Janet Garcia being the other senior. It's interesting that LCP in center field must stand for Lubbock Cooper. They're awfully proud of their school district as this finds the zone at the knees, 0-1. Swing and a miss on the inside pitch. Our count now 0-2. Cody looking to attack this tail end of the order. Was ahead 0-2 to Paisley a moment ago before falling back to a 2-2 count and getting the strikeout there. As this falls low, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Cody with 3 Ks in a row. It was 5 Ks in a row for Canadians starter Madeline Longoria at the tail end of the order. Now 3 in a row as Cody has retired 4 in a row. And the 1 spot back around. Both Callie Flowers and Madeline Longoria in the 1 and 2 holes got on board via a single back in the first. Again, Canadians stranded, the bases loaded. After Lauren Woodrum grounded out into a fielder's choice, it was Ivana Hernandez drawing a walk. Macy Davis had the lone RBI before Janet Garcia grounded out into the fielder's choice. Then Kendall Bell struck out swinging with the bases loaded as the first pitch is fouled off here by Callie Flowers. That one sent foul down the first baseline, just tagging the extra bag at first. It looks like it's a peach-colored bag here for the Liberty Lady Patriots. The 0-1. Chase, a swing and a miss, 0-2. You can see the emotion from the girls after each pitch. They're looking to their coaches, how they're frustrated, excited, etc. You could see it in the box as she goes after the low pitch. It's in the dirt, picked up by Zariah and flipped to the first base bag in time. Strike 3 in the dirt and make it 4 strikeouts in a row for the Hawk as both pitchers are on a strikeout streak. It's 4 in a row for Cody, 5 in a row for Madeline, and we head into the third after a scoreless frame here at Big Bend Radio.
Do you need better internet in West Texas? Mountain Zone TV delivers reliable wireless broadband with no credit checks and no contracts. Whether you're streaming, working from home, or running a local business, Mountain Zone TV is built for rural living. Proudly serving Fort Davis, Marathon, Marfa, and Presidio with fast, dependable local service. Mountain Zone TV, connecting West Texas. Call them up at 432-837-2300. When West Texas weather hits hard, your roof has to be tougher. That's why local homeowners and businesses trust Talent Roofing. From storm damage and repairs to full roof replacements, Talent Roofing delivers honest work, fair pricing, and results that last. No shortcuts, no guesswork, just quality craftsmanship from a team that knows West Texas roofs inside and out. Call them up at 432-837-7009.
Just like our fighting Bucks rely on preparation and performance, you can count on Napa Auto Parts in Alpine to deliver a home run every time. From under the hood to out on the road, Napa has the parts, tools, and know-how to keep you moving. So whether it's a game day or a work day, make the winning choice, cover your bases, and shop your locally owned and family-operated Napa Auto Parts in Alpine, powering champions on and off the field.
Napa know-how.
Here in the third, we'll see 1, 2, and 3 for Alpine and 2, 3, and 4 for Canadian. Again, tied up at 1 apiece as the one spot steps in. Soraya Galvan sends this right down the first base line, tucking away in the right field corner. She's heading past second now for the third base bag. Again, she was hitting them hard in that series against Lamisa, and she has picked up right where she left off. I don't know what the exit velo on those balls are, but they are low ground balls with maybe triple-digit numbers. I don't know if that's feasible, but a leadoff triple for Zariah and the Lady Bucks. Zariah now 2 for 2 with 2 hard-hit balls to right field as Taryn steps in. She swings at the first pitch she sees and sends it over the top foul. Taryn had an 0-2 count after 5 pitches in her first at-bat today before working her way aboard with a single. Really impressive at-bat from the 2 spot, number 22 for the Lady Bucks. She sends this high into the air. It's on the infield, and a pop fly, an infield pop out as this is sent to the first base bag. To third. And bleeds on past the third baseman into foul territory as Zariah comes in to score. The shortstop again made the play. Zariah still had her foot on the bag. They sent the check into third, and the errant throw will score Zariah as we've seen two plays today where Zariah Galvan has scored on some funky work on the infield. Nobody on and 1 out for the Hawk now. Really, the shortstop, I think the pitcher was communicating that to her. No reason to make that throw as Cody swings and misses. It's 0-1. That's what the Lady Bucks will do. On the base pass, they bait you into the throw. They take a little bit of a lead, get you antsy, get you thinking, I need to throw it there to test that base runner. The Lady Bucks are always ready to return to the bag, but force the throw and give yourself a chance at an error as this is lifted into left. Ricocheting off the turf and heading to the left fielder who bats it down. 1 out single now for the Hawk in the 3-hole. This turf has played a bit of a role. Again, Zariah wouldn't be at the third base bag if it wasn't for the turf letting that softball really run out to right field into that corner and away from the right fielder. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a ground rule double. We do have a pretty big fence today, maybe about 12 feet tall and left and right. As Casey swings and misses, it's 0-1 to the Hawk 2, who bats fourth in the order for Alpine. She had a walk last time around. On deck was the start of our strikeout streak with Emiliana in the 5-hole. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, now 0-2. Got a taste of what the Canadian lineup can do back in the first when they loaded the bases. As the 0-2 comes the way of Casey, she sends the barrel close to the plate, not over the plate. Canadian fans up in arms, and I think they have a case with that one. Awfully close there for the Hawk 2 in a 1-2 count now. Casey takes it well high. A crooked number would certainly help early on. Help that nerve as we're already approaching the halfway point. As Casey swings and misses, she's retired on strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikeouts in the ball game for Madeline Longoria. As Emiliana steps in. First pitch just high. This senior is committed to run track or cross country at the college level. Your left fielder will cover a lot of ground in left and center with athletes. As the 1-0 comes, a swing and a miss. Again, it's Cody at first with 2 outs. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again as she attacks the inside. Another strikeout, make it 2 in a row, and we're headed to the bottom of the third. The Ladybucks plated 1 in the top of the third to go ahead 1. 2-1 our score here in Lubbock, Texas.
I'm all work.
And I'm all play.
Why choose?
Because with BBT's reliable work and play internet plan, you get more value built in.
Like $10 off your monthly bill for a long stretch.
Plus $10 in monthly streaming credit.
Free installation.
Built-in security.
And no contract.
For work, play, and everyday life at home.
That's internet worth talking about.
Call 800-592-4781 or visit bigbend.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Get more than what you pay for from the paint department at Morrison's True Value Hardware stores. Right now, when you purchase 2 gallons of Easy Care Limitless or Ultra Premium interior or exterior paint, Morrison's will give you a complimentary Sureline 7-piece paint tray set at no extra charge. It has a metal tray, angle brush, roller frame, roller covers, and more, a $14.99 value free of charge. This offer good through May 18th while supplies last at Morrison's True Value Hardware store.
I think the student section for Canadian had a little too much time on their hand on the bus ride on the way here. If they did take a bus, they've got temporary tattoos in Sharpie running up and down their arm sleeves, painted up faces, painted up chests, and they've been standing this whole ball game as Cody dons the circle. It's 2, 3, and 4. Madeline Longoria, Lauren Woodrum, and Ivana Hernandez up here in the bottom of the third. First pitch, just inside, 1-0. Last time, Madeline singled. Lauren grounded out into the fielder's choice, and Ivana drew the walk. His this misses inside again, 2-0. High fly ball. This is on the infield. It's Emily Sweet colliding with Lacey Tarango, and the ball pops out into foul territory for a base hit. Well, an error on the infield. Again, heart rate's a little high here in the third. I estimated it'd be about the fourth inning before everybody started to settle in. And Cody trying to bounce back, not let the error snowball as Lauren Woodrum steps in. She's the catcher. Taking it just away, 1-0. High fly ball. This one's rocked out to deep left. Emmy Leona heading towards the warning track. It's off the tip of her glove. The lead base runner there slipped on the second base bag, and she won't grab third. Again, off the bat, that one was high and deep for the 1 or 3 hole. And kind of a late jump to the warning track in left. As the Ladybucks they're close to having 2 outs. That's a much tougher play than the first play. They should at least have 1. But no outs and 2 aboard right now for Canadian. Now it's the 3-hole Ivana Hernandez. Ivana walked last time. She shows bunt, pulls it away, and it finds the zone for a strike. Casey was attacking down the third base line. The lone RBI in the ball game for Canadian is off the bat of the on-deck hitter Macy Davis. This misses high and inside. The 1-1 from the Hawk misses away. Still showing bunt in the box is Ivana. And a strike called on the inside. A 2-2 count. Strike 3 called at the knees. Cody's 5th K of the day. Again, here's Macy Davis. Singled to left with the bases loaded for the RBI, as she'll take strike 1 down Broadway. Cody has done a number of these broadcasts with us. If you go back on this YouTube channel and check out some of the Alpine Ladybug volleyball home games, you can hear Cody the Hawk Hawkins here on YouTube as this is fouled off. It's an 0-2 count now for Macy Davis. Here's the 0-2. Dropping just low. It's Janet Garcia on deck. Kendall Bell in the hole. 1-2 rung up on the inside. Whoa. That's a pro Alpine call if I've ever seen one. Back-to-back backwards, K. Macy Davis didn't like the call. I'm surprised Canadian fans weren't up on their feet about that one. And the lefty, Janet Garcia, with runners at first and second, steps in. The senior takes it well away. Ladybucks continuing to attack the lefty away. Pretty much every pitch she saw before grounding out into the fielder's choice last time was in that right-handed batter's box. This is looping out into foul territory and out of reach of the diving Casey Hawkins. 1-1. Cody trying to take it out of the hands of her teammates with back-to-back strikeouts after an error earlier this inning. Now the lead runner will head out as the pinch runner comes in for Canadian. I'm trying to get a glimpse of the number. It looks like number 5. And it's not number 5 because number 5 is Paisley Billings. Maybe number 3, Landry Appel. Nope. Couldn't be her either. Here's the 1-1. Another foul ball. Late is the lefty as she sends it over the top of the ballpark and back behind the Alpine home stands on the third base side. One, two. Well away, ball 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Lined out to shallow right. It's Lacey Tarongo shifted off to that first base foul line and into right field as she takes a couple of steps and has the grab for the out. That will end the third frame. Canadian strands 2 as they get their first 2 batters aboard in the bottom of the third. It's 2-1 Alpine here in the area championship round.
Men don't always like to talk about health issues, but when something's not right, you want care you can trust, and you want it close to home. At Big Bend Regional Medical Center, men have access to the care they need, from general surgery to orthopedics, and from common hernias to total knee replacements. Our care teams are ready when the unexpected happens, and with the post-emergency care that helps you get back on your feet. To learn more about services at Big Bend Regional or to find a physician, visit bigbendhealthcare.com.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn & Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn & Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here in the top of the fourth, it's 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Lady Bucks as Emily takes strike one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 have all struck out in every plate appearance thus far. This is just their second at bat, so a real chance in this second trip through the order to grab some momentum from the tail end as Emily Sweet lines this out down the first baseline, but foul, 0-2. What's really interesting about this one-game series rather than a three-game series is it puts these starting pitchers, Cody Hawkins and Madeline Longoria, under a microscope. Really a battle of the two arms here today and in the series. The 0-2, a swing and a miss. Madeline has another strikeout. Make that. No, it's a foul ball. No strikeout. Still no 2 count. No, there is a strikeout. Okay. Emily Sweet retired on strikes. Now Lena Gutierrez. 9 strikeouts thus far for Madeline. Only 1 ball put into play on an out recorded, and that was a pop out to the shortstop as Gutierrez fouls this off of her feet, 0-1. That pop out to the shortstop still ended up as the equivalent really of a sac fly as she sent the throw to third, and misconnection there, and the Lady Bucks advanced Soraya Galvan from third to come in and score. 0-1, a swing and a miss. Selena now an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Make it another K in the ball game. That's 10 now for Longoria. Lacey Tarango. Swings and misses at the first pitch. I really can't tell what she's doing well. I mean, the Lady Bucks have seen this kind of velocity before, but she is striking them out with tempo, with efficiency, with the right mindset as she gets ahead 0-2 after a foul ball. It's hard to see what the breaking stuff is doing from this angle. I'm sitting right where folks watching on YouTube are watching from on the camera as this misses up high. And a swing and a miss. Longoria strikes out the side for the second time today as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Lady Bucks leading 2-1.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
We know not to judge a book by its cover, and we should read every book cover to cover. If you sneeze, we know to cover your nose. When exposed, you know to cover up. There will be times to take cover or cover bases along with covering your cough. No one wants to blow their cover. But when it comes to insurance, we want to make sure you're properly covered. At Callie Reed Insurance, we make sure your is covered. Call or come by. Callie Reed Insurance. We've got you covered.
At your local McCoys, they make purchasing materials for your do-it-yourself or large construction project as easy as possible. You choose between buying online or in the store, either picking it up in the store or having it delivered to the job site. At McCoys, they know your time is valuable, and their pros will make sure that your materials arrive at your home or job site on time so that you can get the job done and get on to the next one. McCoys, let's build something. Proud sponsors of Alpine. ISD Sports.
7, 8, and 9 due up for Canadian. Kendall Bell, Paisley Billings, and Cheyenne Blair. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, we're halfway through the ball game as the Lady Bucks lead 2-1. There's a one spot for both teams in the first. The Lady Bucks scored one in the top of the third. And this first pitch from the Hawk in the bottom of the fourth misses high and away. Kendall Bell struck out swinging. Paisley Billings struck out looking. And Cheyenne Blair struck out swinging last time around. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Now high and away for a ball. Cody Hawkins also went to state for powerlifting. She gets a swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Finished top 10 in her weight class in state. And can probably push more weight than most of you guys listening. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Cody gets a strike against the 7-hole. Kendall Bell, a strikeout. Now it's Paisley Billings. Cody checks the wristband for the call. And misses low and away. 1-0 to Paisley. The student sections threw the hoodies back on in between innings, but took them right back off as this inning started. Again, it's pretty chilly out here as the 1-0 is popped up. That's in foul territory. A play for Reina Martinez towards the netting and out of reach. Really tough play. And just out of reach for the true freshman at the first base bag. And it's a 1-1 count with one down. Exact temperature here. According to the worst weather app we have, the iPhone weather app, 59 degrees. Feels like 51 today in Lubbock. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on the high. Rise ball now 1-2. There's another softball series going on in Baylor and Texas Tech here in Lubbock this weekend. As the 1-2 comes and drops low, now a 2-2 count. Texas Tech, Lubbock is a great softball town right now. In fact, the highest paid softball player in the world lives in Lubbock, Texas. I don't know her name. She's got an NIL deal worth more than anybody else in the country, and it's worth more than any pro ball player. As this misses high and away, 3-2, over $1 million. As Lubbock and Texas Tech went deep into the College World Series last year. We're in the College World Series final. Here's the 3-2 from Cody. Drops in the dirt low, ball 4. It's a big walk from the 8-hole. Paisley Billings as Cheyenne Blair steps in. I mentioned it earlier. I think the tail end of these orders will spell the difference in the ball game, and that's the first success out of the tail end of the order for either ball club. As Cheyenne steps in from the 9-hole. Cody, her first pitch, finds the zone for a strike as Cheyenne Blair pulled the bat away. Casey ready down that third base line. The 0-1 bunt popped over the top of the netting. And the play made up here in the stands by somebody who had to reach around the blanket they're tucked under. I don't know who that is. I think it's an Alpine fan. The 0-2. Again, 2 bunts, 1 foul ball in the 0-2 pitch as she's swinging away. It's high fly and going to tuck back behind the protective netting and ricochet off the roof of the Alpine Ladybug dugout. You may ask, as a Canadian fan, what is a ladybug? And my rebuttal as a Fighting Buck fan is don't think about it too much. Here's the 0-2. It's the 9 spot, steps back in. Plenty of time taken in between pitches as this is grounded up the middle. Flash of the leather as Cody bats it to Casey. Casey, the throw to first. Not in time. Canadian grabs a single on a hard hit ball off the pitcher from the 9 hole. In the 8 and 9 spot, get aboard in a couple of big at-bats for Paisley Billington, Cheyenne Blair. Back to the 1 hole. Callie Flowers with just 1 out. A dangerous spot. Cody sets and fires, finding the zone for a strike. The 0-1 misses down low. We're getting the Florida State Seminole war cry chant from the boys in the stands as the foul ball makes it 1-2 for Callie. We got a bunch of that from Sol Ross kids this year too. The oh, 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 oh. I don't know why so many people ripped Florida State off. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Cody gets a K against the 1 hole 2 times in a row as the 2 spot. Madeline Longoria steps in. Runners at first and second base. Madeline singled and reached on the error last time around. On deck, Lauren Woodrum took one to deep left in her last at bat. In a huge matchup right now. In the bottom of the 4th, it's Ladybucks up 2-1. 2 outs and 2 base runners for Canadian. And we're live here on YouTube and at Big Bend Radio, 98.7 FM, 1240 AM back home. As this is lined up the middle, Cody backs it down. Sweet will pick it up and step on the second base bag. Canadian, I think, has had more base runners in the ball game, but the Ladybucks get out of that one without any damage. They still lead 2-1 as we head into the 5th. 3 innings to go here in the area championship round.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
¿Le gusta la programación de televisión en español? Entonces Big Canyon TV y Dish tienen justo lo que necesita. Los paquetes comienzan en tan solo $74.99 al mes con Dish Latino Clásico, incluyendo todos sus programas favoritos, todas sus telenovelas preferidas y los canales locales de Odessa. La instalación es gratuita y si llama a nuestra oficina local al 837-7484, un técnico que reside en la ciudad acudirá para instalar su nuevo servicio y mantener su sistema funcionando. Llame hoy a sus amigos de Big Canyon TV al 837-7484 para aprovechar nuestra programación en español.
Men don't always like to talk about health issues, but when something's not right, you want care you can trust, and you want it close to home. At Big Bend Regional Medical Center, men have access to the care they need, from general surgery to orthopedics, and from common hernias to total knee replacements. Our care teams are ready when the unexpected happens, and with the post-emergency care that helps you get back on your feet. To learn more about services at Big Bend Regional or to find a physician, visit bigbendhealthcare.com.
9-1-2 due up for Alpine. Rena Martinez, then Zariah Galvan and Taryn Harden. First pitch misses well inside, 1-0. Lifted high into the air, heading foul towards the cages on the first base side. 1-1. Rena just a tad bit late. Still got plenty of barrel on that. She takes it at the knees for a strike. 1-2. I think Reina's the tallest player on the team. And that still found the low part of the zone for a strike as this misses high and away. 2-2. I'd say that I don't think Reina swings at many balls. It's a pretty good eye, and as the 2-2 comes her way, she sends it into the Canadian dugout. Both, again, I said it felt like 51. It's probably subbed that by now, but Coach Miranda has his hands in his sweatshirt pocket. Coach Verdell has his hands in his pocket. Everybody trying to maximize warmth right now as Reina swings after the high pitch and is retired on strikes. That's 6 strikeouts in a row for Medlin. And Zariah Galvan, who's roped a couple of balls today, will step in. First pitch she sees, misses high. A single and a triple for Zariah. She has scored the 2 runs in the ball game for Alpine. She goes after the high pitch and shakes her head mid-swing. 1-1. I think they're pitching around Zariah at this point. We'll get our answer here on the 1-1 pitch. That was headed towards the zone. They'll say Zariah went around as she tries to check it up. 1-2. Maybe the pitch a tad bit high. Swing and a miss. Zariah's retired on strikes. Make that 7 in a row. At this point, you'd expect Madeline to start getting a little bit fatigued as a sophomore here in the 3rd trip through the order in the 5th inning on a cold day. But if anything, she replaced the coconut oil with peanut oil. She's cooking with it as she sets and fires to Taryn. It's fouled over the top of the ballpark. 0-1. Taryn is 1 for 2 in the ball game. She takes it well high. Off speed, misses high again. With 2 outs, a 2-1 count here in the top of the 5th. The Lady Bucks leading 2-1. No base runners. The Lady Bucks didn't have a base runner last inning. And are in danger of going over in this one as the 2-1 comes down Broadway. Now 2-2. Hard hit ball down the third base line. Foul. Now a pop up on the infield. The first baseman called off by the catcher. She has it for the third out. That was a big inning for Canadian. 3 up, 3 down as they retire the 1 and 2 holes. Zariah and Taryn still trailing by 1 as they head to the bottom of the 5th here in the area championship round.
When was the last time you checked in on your health? For many men, work, family, and everyday life comes first, and routine care gets pushed aside. But staying healthy starts with a relationship you can count on, a trusted primary care provider. The team at Big Bend Regional Health Clinic helps men stay ahead of the issues that matter most, from blood sugar management and heart health to routine screenings and sick care. Take charge of your health. Convenient online scheduling is available at bigbendanytime.com.
Lowe's Market traces its history to E.M. Bud Lowe, who sold candy and sundries from the back of his truck in Littlefield, Texas in the 1940s. In 1964, Bob opened the first Lowe's Market, a small grocery store in Olton, Texas. Since then, Lowe's has expanded into small and medium-sized towns and cities throughout Texas and New Mexico. When Lowe's makes an investment in a community, they also make a commitment to serve the community with the highest quality and selection, along with fair pricing. Lowe's, your family grocery store.
Give your plants the best with Miracle Grow products, specially priced with instant rebates at Morrison True Value Gardens. Get your choice of Miracle Grow Organic All-Purpose Plant Food or Miracle Grow Water-Soluble All-Purpose Plant Food. 3 pounds for $5.49. You save from $5 to $8 per bag. Then there's Miracle Grow Garden Soil for flowers or vegetables. Your choice in the 1.5 cubic foot bag, regularly $11.99, now $7.50 at Morrison True Value Gardens in Alpine.
3, 4, and 5 due up for Canadian here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We got an update from Fighting Buck Baseball out in Coahoma. Coahoma leads. They're in Kermit, playing Coahoma in the first round. It's Coahoma 3-0. And they started at 6 o'clock, so pretty deep into that ball game. Cody finds a strike on the outside to Lauren Woodrum. We've got freshman, sophomore, and Lauren Woodrum, Ivana Hernandez, then Macy Davis. Woodrum is 1 for 2 in the ball game, grounding out into a fielder's choice back in the first, where Canadian loaded the bases as this missed away 1-1. They scored 1 run on an RBI single. The bases remain loaded as the Ladybucks got out of it. Again, Canadian has had more base runners today. The Ladybucks, with that aggressive base running, have scored more often. The 1-1, well away, 2-1 the count. There's 3 innings remaining in somebody's season. In the win or go home area championship round. The 2-1 popped over the top of the ballpark. 2-2. Well, the entire Canadian student section is now taking off their shirt. I guess it's a rally requirement at this point, is it, Mrs. Hideaway? I'm in a nice air-conditioned press box. I'm not running the heater, but insulated real nice up here. Everybody else tucked away in blankets, hoodies, everything. The 3-2 now to the 3-hole. In on the hands, it's popped up. It'll be a tough play for Zariah close to the back netting, and she has it for the first out of the bottom of the 5th. That's a tough read with that protective netting back behind you. You're kind of backing up into the netting, but Zariah made the play. And again, I think the nerves have left both teams, and we're ready for some quality softball towards the tail end of it. We might get more nerves towards the 6th or 7th inning, honestly. In a one-run game. And now it's Ivana Hernandez taking it well high. Ivana is a bit undersized, not much. The second baseman, who's typically the smallest person on the diamond on either side of things, baseball or softball. The 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. Macy Davis on deck as Cody sets, fires, and finds a strike on the inside. 1-2. Cody's got that strong mental going. She has navigated through a lot of trouble today, trying to nurse a one-run lead, and seems as confident as ever right now as this is lifted high in the air but foul. Still 1-2 to the 4-hole. Ivana walked today and struck out looking most recently. Swing and a miss. Cody gets another K to her name. There's 2 away and nobody on. 9 strikeouts in the ball game for the Hawk. And I'm going to be honest, I wish I had set up a crowd mic today. Both stands are filling up. Folks pounding the bleachers. We've got a great environment for high school softball as Cody sets and fires. Missing just low to Macy Davis, the designated player in 5-hole, has the lone RBI in the ball game for Canadian. That came all the way back in the first. One-0 down Broadway. It's Janet Garcia, the lefty, on deck. And a high pitch makes it 2-1. Chopper sent towards Casey. She stabs, collects, fires across in time to the lengthy first baseman, Reina Martinez, who's able to stretch out into shallow right, keep her foot on the bag, and the Lady Bucks sit all 3 they face in the bottom of the 5th. 2 innings remaining in either the Lady Bucks or the Canadian Lady Cat season. 2-1. Lady Bucks on top. We'll be back in a minute.
Do you need better internet in West Texas? Mountain Zone TV delivers reliable wireless broadband with no credit checks and no contracts. Whether you're streaming, working from home, or running a local business, Mountain Zone TV is built for rural living. Proudly serving Fort Davis, Marathon, Marfa, and Presidio with fast, dependable local service. Mountain Zone TV, connecting West Texas. Call them up at 432-837-2300.
Hey Alpine fans, when it comes to keeping your vehicle running strong, there's only one place to go, your hometown Napa Auto Parts in Alpine. From batteries and brakes to tools and accessories, they've got everything you need to stay on the road and in the game. Stop by and see their friendly team today, because just like our fighting buck athletes, they bring performance you can count on. Swing by your locally owned and family operated Napa Auto Parts in Alpine and get the good stuff.
Napa know-how.
The kids trying to get the parents up on their feet now for Canadian, and they have succeeded. If I'm a parent, I'd be up on my feet just trying to stay warm, moving my legs around. It's Cody Hawkins in the batter's box. So 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Lady Bucks here in the top of the 6th inning. Still out there, Madeline Longoria, as she has gotten into stride as of late, delivering strike 1 to the Hawk. Madeline has retired 8 in a row. The 0-1, a swing and a miss. Cody looking to pull that one off of the Big Bend radio car, tucked about 30 feet past the fence in left field. Here's the 0-2. Foul ball. The lights here point straight down. So the sun is tucked behind some clouds, ready to set soon. As Cody sends this high in the air towards right field. The right fielder under it for the first out of the inning. Out and right, Landry Appel, a defensive specialist and a junior for Canadian. Again, defensively, the look for Canadian is as follows. Madeline Longoria in the circle, Lauren Woodrum behind the plate, Janet Garcia at first, Ivana Hernandez at second base, the shortstop, Callie Flowers at third, Paisley Billings, and from left to right in the outfield, Kendall Bell, Cheyenne Blair, then Landry Appel. Casey, a swing and a miss, or no, a foul ball, 0-1. Well, high, it's 1-1. Looking at Canadian schedule on the air, they'll play a whole bunch of schools that I've never heard of. Had a really good record, though. 9-3 at home, 8-4 on the road, 6-0 at a neutral site. That's reported by Max Preps, so we're not 100% sure that's all their games. This misses high and away. 2-1. Some teams that you may recognize, they beat Idalou 10-0. River Road was the team that knocked us out in the playoff 2 years ago, as this misses away. No, finds the zone on the outside. Casey freezes up and she looks to coach, surprised by the strike call. It's a 2-2. They lost twice to River Road in district play. As the 2-2 misses away. 3-2. Casey showing that barrel up front on the 3-2 pitch, sends this high in the air but foul. Scoreboard shows 2 outs. There's only 1 out in the inning. And another 3-2 to the Hawk 2. She sends this one high into the air. It's a pop-up on the infield. Second baseman calls everyone off and has it for the second out. Canadian trying to manufacture the energy. They're just about the best ball club I've seen at cheering their kids on. I'm going to be honest. Alpine is the best ball club at showing up an hour and a half before game time. Yeah, the umpires are trying to talk about it. The scoreboard shows 3 outs. There's definitely 2. It was Cody, then Casey. And they'll talk about it. I think they'll get it right. But with those downward pointing lights we have at this complex, it should be interesting. Any pop flies as the sun starts to set. No lights out in center. Just in left and right. And back behind us here, and they'll get it right. So Emiliana Hernandez steps in with 2 outs. Emmy swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. No Ladybug has gotten aboard via a hit outside of the top 3 in the order. Soraya has 2 hits. Taryn has 1. Cody has 1. Casey, who just popped out, walked to be the only base runner outside of the top 3 in the order for the Ladybucks as Emiliana takes this low. And every at-bat from 5 through 9 has been a strikeout. 1-1 popped up. This one back behind the plate. The catcher calls everybody off and drops the ball in a tough play in foul territory. Now 1-2. Yeah, Madeline's got good stuff, and she has been challenging the Ladybucks all day. Crazy to think that Canadian finished 4th in their district. Yeah, I really wish the Ladybucks had a district like that. Here's the 1-2. Emiliana pokes this one high into the air, but foul. They say iron sharpens iron. And Canadian's district is made of steel. The 1-2 popped up on the infield. The Ladybucks have started to put it in play, but some pop outs as they're barreled just under the bat. It's a 1-run lead heading into the bottom of the 6th inning here in the area championship round. We'll be back in a minute. Again, 2-1, Ladybucks on top.
Skinner's Drilling and Well Service offers everything you need when it comes to solar well pump system installation and maintenance. Whether you're looking to cut electricity costs or need solar power in an area where electricity is not readily available, Skinner's Drilling and Well Service has some solar options that you'll want to consider. By the way, these systems are upgradable over time. Call Skinner's Drilling and Well Service, LLC at 837-2497, Texas license number 2838A1.
When West Texas weather hits hard, your roof has to be tougher. That's why local homeowners and businesses trust Talent Roofing. From storm damage and repairs to full roof replacements, Talent Roofing delivers honest work, fair pricing, and results that last. No shortcuts, no guesswork, just quality craftsmanship from a team that knows West Texas roofs inside and out. Call them up at 432-837-7009.
Just like our fighting Bucks rely on preparation and performance, you can count on Napa Auto Parts in Alpine to deliver a home run every time. From under the hood to out on the road, Napa has the parts, tools, and know-how to keep you moving. So whether it's a game day or a work day, make the winning choice, cover your bases, and shop your locally owned and family-operated Napa Auto Parts in Alpine, powering champions on and off the field.
Napa know-how.
Again, a huge shout out to the sponsors that made this YouTube stream possible: Napa Auto Parts, Big Bend Regional Medical Center, and McCoy's. As Cody drops in a strike on the outside, this is Janet Garcia, the left-handed bat. The 0-1, a foul ball, head back to the backstop, 0-2. Again, here in the bottom of the sixth, Ladybucks lead by 1. And we've got 6, 7, and 8 due up for Canadian. 0 for 2 today is Janet Garcia, putting them both in play with the fielder's choice and a pop out to the second baseman. Kendall Bell on deck is 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Paisley Billings in the hole is 0 for 1 with a walk. This bounces out in front of the plate and in front of Janet Garcia, the lefty. Now 1-2. Janet, one of the 2 seniors in the starting lineup today, trying to prolong her career. Janet Garcia and Cheyenne Blair, the 2 seniors. Ladybucks have 3. The shortstop, the starting pitcher, and the left fielder as the 1-2 comes and sails high, now 2-2. Again, 2 strikes to start this at-bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Then a wild pitch down low, bouncing in front of the plate, one above the head of the catcher. And we'll see if Cody can get back into their rhythm. The 2-2. This is chopped back towards Cody Hawkins. She collects, flips to Reyna, and through the hands of Reyna Martinez. Tough play there. I think Cody could have applied the tag on that first base line, was a little too close to the pitcher to try and flip it into her hands. And Canadian has a leadoff base runner on the error. And Janet Garcia. Trying to keep that heart rate down is Cody Hawkins as the first pitch to Kendall Bell finds the zone for a strike. Canadians played in more tough, tight ball games than the Ladybucks have this season, including in the playoffs. With back-to-back extra inning wins for Canadian. The Ladybucks won their 2 ball games in the playoffs 11-1 and 5-1 against La Mesa. Well, the umpires met for a moment, made a call, and Verdell seems frustrated with the decision that they made. They said the count's 0-1. I'm not sure what's going on, but 0-1 is the right count, and Kendall Bell will tote the front half of the batter's box, stepping in here against Cody Hawkins with a runner at first base who got aboard via the error, Janet Garcia. Bunt in the zone as they'll find a strike on the missed barrel. It's 0-2. No. Wow, how is that possible? He's going to call a ball. A 1-1 count. That barrel was firmly over the plate on a bunt attempt, and it's a 1-1. With a runner at first base, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, 1-2. With Cody, the 1-2. This is lifted, high fly ball towards center. Taryn Harden backs up, has the grab, and pump fakes back to the first base bag as Janet Garcia returns. A deep fly out to center off the bat of Kendall Bell but an unproductive out as Paisley steps in. Eight and 9, Paisley, Billings, Cheyenne, Blair. Then we're back to the top of the order. The Canadian trying to get it done right now, but also setting themselves up for the heart of the order in the bottom of the 7th as the first pitch is fouled over towards Casey Hawkins on the third base side. 0-1. Wind still blowing in, as it has all day, as this is fouled back, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 from the Hawk. Ball misses just high as Soraya pump fakes to the first base bag. Again, if you're listening on the radio, we're in the bottom of the 6th. Canadian, the home team. As the 1-2 comes, grounded past Casey Hawkins. It's heading into the corner. They're going to give the go sign to the third base bag. Now the go at third, and Canadian has tied it up. An RBI double off the bat of the 9th spot. 8-hole Paisley Billings coming in to score. Janet Garcia, who reached on the error. And we're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. The first run for Canadians since the first. On a hard-hit ball down the third base line, it was Janet scoring from first. Coach Friedel now comes out to talk to his infield. Going to talk to Cody Hawkins, see if she's feeling all right. We know that Taryn stands out in center field. She could come in at a moment's notice. Again, no true warm-up for Taryn Harden. Will probably ride with Cody. And we will as the meeting ends. Again, it's 2-2 now in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Cheyenne Blair. Bunting up the middle. Cody collects herself, fires to first. It pulls Raina up in the air. And Blair is safe at the first base bag. A bunt single. Canadian fans are on their feet right now as the Ladybucks will have a conversation about trying to settle in. Go ahead run now 60 feet away at the third base bag. Runners at the corners. It's the 1 spot back around, and Callie Flowers. Cheyenne Blair now in the 9-hole is 2 for 3. Again, here's Callie, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Struck out in her last 2 at-bats here against the Hawk. With runners at the corners, 1 out in a 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the 6th. Cody sets, fires, and this is lined out to shallow left field for a base hit. Canadian will take the lead, 3-2. Well, now the Ladybugs have to think about scoring at least one in the top of the 7th with 5, 6, and 7 due up, who have all struck out in each of their at-bats today. As the 2-hole, Madeline Longoria steps in. Lady Bucks with white knuckles right now trying to hold on to this ball game. First pitch strike on the outside to Maddie. Starting pitcher in the ball game for Canadian will undoubtedly pitch the 7th. She has showed no sign of slowing down. The 0-1 fouled off. Update from Kermit. Kahoma leads 5-0. Here's the 0-2. Well away, a wild pitch will allow the runners to advance to scoring position. Now 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Cody gets the strikeout, and there's 2 down for the 3-hole. Lauren has put a bat or a ball in play in each of her at-bats with a fielder's choice in her first at-bat, a single, and then a pop-out. Canadian, the first crooked number of the game, with a 2 spot here in the bottom of the 6th and 2 more in scoring position with 2 outs for the 3-hole. First pitch strike, 0-1. Down low. Here's the 1-1. Strike called on the outside, 1-2. Everybody on their feet right now, trying to will the Ladybucks into this out in the 6th and continue that momentum into the 7th. As this is grounded towards Emily Sweet. Tough play as she's pulled over the 3rd. She collects, sends across, not in time. One more scores. It's 4-2 Canadian. That RBI single off the bat of Lauren Woodrum. She's 2 for 4 now as Ivana Hernandez steps in. Nothing Emily Sweet could have done with that. Again, a slow dribbler heading her way. She was pulled over towards 3rd. Was able to pick it clean, and an impossible throw for the shortstop as Coach Chris Friedel is going to call out to Taryn Harden. We'll send to a quick commercial break as Taryn comes from center field to pitch for the Lady Bucks. We'll be back in a minute here at Big Bend Radio.
I'm all work.
And I'm all play.
Why choose?
Because with BBT's reliable work and play internet plan, you get more value built in.
Like $10 off your monthly bill for a long stretch.
Plus $10 in monthly streaming credit.
Free installation.
Built-in security.
And no contract.
For work, play, and everyday life at home.
That's internet worth talking about.
Call 800-592-4781 or visit bigbend.com.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Get more than what you pay for from the paint department at Morrison's True Value Hardware store. Right now, when you purchase 2 gallons of Easy Care Limitless or Ultra Premium interior or exterior paint, Morrison's will give you a complimentary Sureline 7-piece paint tray set at no extra charge. It has a metal tray, angle brush, roller frame, roller covers, and more, a $14.99 value free of charge. This offer good through May 18th while supplies last at Morrison's True Value Hardware store.
There was an error on the first batter this inning. It was Janet Garcia who reached on the error as she grounded slowly towards the pitcher. We collected. We tried to flip to Reyna at the first base bag, and an opportunity where we could have stepped on the bag. And since then, the error has snowballed into an avalanche of Canadian runs. 3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs, as Taryn Harden steps in to face the 4 spot. The first pitch misses well inside, and HBP will put Ivana Hernandez at first and load the bases. It's such a tricky situation. You have Cody at the tail end of her day. It's a 1-game series. You can throw out every arm you want. You want to battle Cody's fatigue and maybe bring in a reliever, but at the same time, Taryn is cold out in center field, hasn't gotten to warm up. And it's resulted in a 3-run bottom of the 6th. Ladybucks with a hole to climb out of. Taryn trying to make that hole relatively climbable as she gets a swing and a miss on the inside pitch, 0-1. The DP, Macy Davis. Tries to check her swing, and she'll send this one dribbling down the first base line. Reyna Martinez picks it up, and the Lady Bucks need 2 runs in the top of the 7th to play another softball game this year. We'll be back in a minute.
We all know the value of being close to home when recovering from an illness or surgery. That's why Big Bend Regional Medical Center offers a short-term rehabilitation program within the hospital, known as a swing bed unit. Swing bed care allows a patient to transition from a surgery or inpatient hospital stay to a rehabilitation unit that prepares them to return home. It can be helpful when a little more time is needed while recovering from a broken bone, major surgery, or acute illness like a stroke or heart attack. During the stay, you'll receive nursing care 24 hours a day, along with specialty services like skin and wound care if needed. A dedicated team of nurses, therapists, and case managers carry out your physician's treatment plans toward your ultimate goal of returning home. To learn if you or a loved one would benefit from Big Bend's inpatient swing bed program, talk to your doctor or visit bbswingbed.com. Medicare and most insurance plans are accepted. That's bbswingbed.com.
Alpine Fighting Buck baseball has gone final. It was 7-0 Kahoma in game 1. While the Lady Bucks trail 4-2 heading into the top of the 7th. In the final inning, we need 2 runs as we've got 6, 7, and 8 due up. Emily Sweet, Elena Gutierrez, Lacey Tarango. We've had all sorts of trouble today trying to put the barrel on the ball out of the hand of Madeline Longoria. She's been the player of the ball game thus far, striking out everybody after the 4-hole in every single at-bat. We haven't put a ball in play after the 4 spot. Well, Emiliana did a moment ago. But everybody after that has struck out, and every at-bat as Canadian, the student section moves to the front row here in the top of the 7th. Here's Emily Sweet, the senior. Send the first ball she sees high in the air towards left at the warning track, tucking off the wall. Emily Sweet will head over to the second base bag with a stand-up double that was about 2 feet away from heading over the wall. A big-time leadoff double for Sweet. Now it's Alina Gutierrez. It's not over quite yet. Alina, Lacey, then Reyna. Alina lays down a bunt. She's headed to first, not in time. The sac bunt moves Sweet over to third. Well-placed bunt by Alina. But a nice attack by Canadian for the first out here in the top of the 7th. Now it's Lacey Tarango. The first pitch. Lacey swings at an inside pitch, and it's 0-1. The 0-1, another swing and miss down low. Nothing the seniors can do. It's in the hands of the underclassmen. The 0-2. Foul ball. As the sophomore sends it back to the backstop. The senior at third, 2 seniors in the dugout. Sophomore in the box and a freshman on deck. With 1 out. And a 4-2 Canadian lead after the 3 spot in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-2 up high. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Lacey's retired on strikes. Ladybucks down to their last out. Here in a winner-takes-all one-game series. The area championship round of freshman Reyna Martinez. Reyna, swing and a miss at the first pitch. Another swing and miss. It's 0-2. Top of the 7th, 2 strikes, no balls, 2 outs. And the 0-2 is fouled off. The 0-2. A swing and a miss. And Canadian have taken the ball game, taken the series, and the Alpine Ladybucks season is over. 4-2, our final score out here in Lubbock, Texas. We'll talk about the players of the ball game after this commercial break.
Men don't always like to talk about health issues, but when something's not right, you want care you can trust, and you want it close to home. At Big Bend Regional Medical Center, men have access to the care they need, from general surgery to orthopedics, and from common hernias to total knee replacements. Our care teams are ready when the unexpected happens, and with the post-emergency care that helps you get back on your feet. To learn more about services at Big Bend Regional or to find a physician, visit bigbendhealthcare.com.
We all know the value of being close to home when recovering from an illness or surgery. That's why Big Bend Regional Medical Center offers a short-term rehabilitation program within the hospital, known as a swing bed unit. Swing bed care allows a patient to transition from a surgery or inpatient hospital stay to a rehabilitation unit that prepares them to return home. It can be helpful when a little more time is needed while recovering from a broken bone, major surgery, or acute illness like a stroke or heart attack. During the stay, you'll receive nursing care 24 hours a day, along with specialty services like skin and wound care if needed. A dedicated team of nurses, therapists, and case managers carry out your physician's treatment plans toward your ultimate goal of returning home. To learn if you or a loved one would benefit from Big Bend's inpatient swing bed program, talk to your doctor or visit bbswingbed.com. Medicare and most insurance plans are accepted. That's bbswingbed.com.
What a ball game, folks, is Canadian lifts the area championship trophy. They win it 4-2 after the 3-run, bottom of the 6th inning. The Lady Bucks led 2-1 through the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and all the way up until the 6th. Again, final score 4-2. It was a great one. I mean, all the way through just that 6th inning, if we look at the numbers, I think the player of the ball game has to be Madeline Longoria with 16 strikeouts today. 16 Ks, just 1 walk given up. She gave up 5 hits as well. That, in compared to the Lady Bucks, we gave up 7 hits, 2 walks, had 7 Ks and 1 HBP. I mean, both really good ball clubs. Both played a great ball game. But it was Canadian getting the better of us in that bottom of the 6th inning. Again, Longoria, the player of the ball game. To go through the Lady Bucks lineup, Zariah Galvan went 2 for 3 with triple to her name. Taryn Harden went 1 for 3. Cody Hawkins went 1 for 3. Casey Hawkins went 0 for 2 with the walk. Emiliana 0 for 3. Emily Sweet went 1 for 3 with a double. Elena Gutierrez went 0 for 2. Lacey Tarongo went 0 for 3, and Reina Martinez went 0 for 3. If we look over at Canadian, is they'll get the Gatorade dump on their head coach, Double B. The student section got to go out there and celebrate with them. It's Callie Flowers going 2 for 4 in the 1 spot. Madeline Longoria, the pitcher, went 1 for 3, reaching on an error. Lauren Woodrum went 2 for 4 in the 3-hole. Their 4 spot, Ivana Hernandez, went 0 for 2 with a walk and an HBP. Macy Davis, batting 5th, went 1 for 3. Janet Garcia went 0 for 2 with reaching on an error. Kendall Bell went 0 for 3. Paisley Billings, batting 8th in the order, went 1 for 2 with a double and a walk. And Cheyenne Blair, batting 9th, went 2 for 3. Again, Canadian area champions as the Lady Bucks won their district season, went undefeated in district play, but sent packing here in the 2nd round. We'll be back at Big Bend Radio coming up next week, or coming up on Saturday, as Fighting Buck Baseball will host Kahoma in Game 2. But what a season for the seniors, going through and tearing through Lamesa after Lamesa bounced us in the 1st round last year. And then a tight ball game, a 1-game series, could have gone either way, almost a coin flip it felt like, and Canadian got the better of us late. Again, that'll do things here at Big Bend Radio. Final score, Canadian 4-2.